I figured why not? Let's do it one more. A recent article claimed Agile is dead. AI killed it and Waterfall is back. Wow, strong headline, guys. But it's also the kind of headline built to provoke a reaction. Yet beneath the noise lies a useful challenge that leaders should not dismiss too quickly. The article takes aim at ceremony heavy Agile, vague user stories, weak delivery theater, and a belief that feedback loops can replace serious thinking. Some of that criticism lands because many organizations have allowed Agile to become a label for everything inside of delivery, meetings, boards, points, and process compliance, rather than a way to drive better outcomes by focusing on value and better delivery. Bad Agile deserves to be challenged. It deserves to be slammed. Ceremony without impact should be removed. Estimation that does not improve decisions should be questioned. Product roles without real authority should be redesigned. Retrospectives that surface the same problem over and over every sprint with no change to the system around the team are not agility. That's frustration with a calendar invite attached. AI will expose all of this. It will expose poor requirements, weak architecture, shallow product thinking, and delivery teams that have been asked to move at a pace without enough context. It will expose leaders who confuse the activity with progress. People think if they're churning, they're working. And I'm like, no, that's not true. It will expose organizations that treated Agile as a delivery wrapper while leaving decision-making, discovery, and initiation or ideation, making funding, governance, and accountability untouched. That, my friends, does not mean that Agile is dead. Good news. It means weak agility is starting to have fewer places to hide. Also, good news. But here's the argument that needs answering. The strongest version of this case against Agile goes something like this. Agile was a rational response to two constraints. Humans are bad at comprehensive upfront planning, facts, and building software is slow and expensive, facts. Both are true. They always have been. AI now removes the second constraint, therefore the methodology built around it is obsolete. It is a tidy argument. It is also wrong in a very important way. Feedback loops are never primarily about the cost of building. They're about the cost of deciding under any uncertainty about what to build. Those are different problems. Faster build cycles don't tell you whether a customer will actually use the feature. They tell you whether a regulator will accept the design. They do not tell you whether the business model holds when the market shifts. Compressing the time it takes to write code does not compress the time it takes for reality to reveal whether you are right or wrong. If anything, building faster raises the cost of being wrong. When AI can generate code, tests, designs, and analysis at scale, weak context spreads across a code base, product, or operating model at pace. The premium on good judgment goes up, not down, and that makes architecture, product thinking, and governance more important, not less. The answer is not for us to swing all the way back to heavy upfront planning waterfall sessions and pretend uncertainty has gone away. Customers will still shift their views. Regulation will still move. Competitors will still surprise us. Data will still challenge assumptions. A beautifully written specification can still describe the wrong thing. I've seen it firsthand. The real question is not whether we plan to iterate or iterate. It is how we create enough shared context to move with confidence while keeping enough feedback in the system to learn before the cost of being wrong becomes too high. That is not waterfall. That is disciplined agility. Stronger discovery before delivery. Clearer architectural intent before AI-assisted build. Better product judgment before acceleration. Leaders creating the conditions for teams to make decisions closer to the work, with the right guardrails, data, and accountability. AI does not remove the need for agility, it raises the standard of what agility is. The real issue here oftentimes is leadership. Agile has been blamed for so many problems it didn't create. Slow decisions are not caused by Scrum. Weak strategy is not caused by Kanban. Poor customer understanding is not caused by having poor retrospectives. Bloated governance is not caused by the Agile Manifesto. These are leadership and operating model issues. Agile does not fail because team lacks ceremonies. It fails when leaders treat agility as a delivery method rather than a business capability that focuses on ideation, discovery, delivery, and release. Agile can only rise as high as leadership system allows it to rise. A team can improve how it works, but it cannot fix a funding model built around annual certainty. A product owner can refine a backlog, but they cannot create true empowerment if every meaningful decision is escalated. A scrum master can improve team flow, but they cannot remove blockers that leaders choose to protect. That is why the future is not agile versus waterfall. The future is adaptive leadership versus performative management. Leaders now need to ask harder questions. Are we giving teams the context that they need? Are we funding outcomes or activity? Are our governance processes helping decisions flow or slowing them down? Are we using AI to improve thinking or just to speed up poor thinking? Are we measuring value, learning, risk, and customer impact, or only output? These questions matter more than whether a team uses Scrum, Kanban, Shape Up, product operating models, hybrid approach, Agile. Those questions all need to be answered. AI is certainly good at generating options, but it cannot own the judgment. It can support analysis, but it cannot hold accountability. It can speed up delivery, but it cannot decide what matters most to customers, colleagues, regulators, or society for that matter. That is where human leadership becomes critical and central. The most effective organizations will not be the ones that use AI to produce more. They'll be the ones who use AI to learn better, decide better, and adapt with greater confidence. Who use AI to learn better, decide better, and adapt in a way that they've never had before. That requires teams with curiosity, trust, clarity, and ownership. It requires leaders who are willing to remove waste, not defend it. It requires governance that enables the safe movement, not endless permission seeking. That is the real post-Agile shift. Not abandoning agility, not defending every Agile practice, not pretending AI has made uncertainty disappear. The shift is from Agile as a method to agility as an organizational capability. Some things we're doing should probably go away. Agile theater, pointless ceremonies, velocity worship, backlogs full of stale work, roles without authority, transformations measured by adoption rather than outcomes, the belief that teams can be agile while leaders remain unchanged. That doesn't work. None of that is the death of agility. It's the cleanup that agility has needed for a number of years. What should survive is the work that that was always doing the real lifting. Customer feedback, short learning loops, cross-functional teams, transparency, adaptive planning, outcome focus, the courage to change direction when evidence changes. These are not outdated ideas. They are becoming more important as AI increases the speed and scale of the work. A more honest debate would stop asking whether Agile is alive or dead and start asking whether organizations have built leadership systems needed for agility to work in their organization. That means looking beyond delivery teams and into the harder areas: decision rights, funding, governance, customer feedback, organizational design, skills, culture, and accountability. AI does not kill Agile. AI kills the excuse for shallow Agile. The organization that thrives next will not be the ones that return to the old certainty way of thinking. They'll be the ones who combine stronger upfront thinking with faster learning, clearer leadership, better context, and more adaptive execution. Agile's not dead. AI did not kill it. And Waterfall is not back. Weak agility is just finally being exposed, and that may be exactly what we need right now. That's going to do it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have a topic you want us to discuss, learn more at agiledad.com. We'd love to hear from you. And as always, we encourage you to stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile, my friends. Until next time, do take care. Bye now.